Thank you for letting me.
Sure.
One, two, gonna go right into good time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk a whole lot, you guys.
Okay, good.
So yeah, so it'll be ba 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 blah. 1, 2, 3.
I was trying to remember what we went into it the last time. It was that in the Boogie Nights last time.
Yeah, it's a little different, but we're gonna stick with this one for a minute. This is like 3 years of honing this set list, you know that. Get them all on there for this next couple. And then we'll have a really nice, solid 90 for the grand opening show. Actually, more like, I think it's like hour and 10 for that one. Could I get more female, more of the vocals there?
More of the ladies, sure.
And Todd, I can't hear Todd at all.
I haven't really done much, man. I'm trying to.
The outro.
I'll try it. I'll do a second.
I hear you now. The outro for Rock With You into Good Time. 1, 2,
Another vocal line? Sure.
yeah.
Right.
Let's try it. 1, 2. One time, right? Okay, my bad. That's my bad. Right in the vocal. First time. All right. 1, 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Naomi hitting the high notes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. 'Cause yeah. I'm gonna pop it up.
Hey, Horse, sound great. Yeah, just chiming on that. It's the more we're tuned in on those off notes, the better together. My bad. It was my bad on not coming out early, but that's like the whole song. Really, is that. All right, chill. Some Aretha. Just chill on it. I mean, really, the only thing. I don't even know if we need to rehearse this one, really.
I don't think so.
You think we should?
I mean, if the horns or vocals need it, then.
The only thing would be for any kind of harmonies, discussions we have with Courtney and Katie. I think, but even though we're doing the whole group baby baby I love yous, there should be like a really good solid root harmony there with you two,
Okay.
for sure. So just make sure whatever that is, it's just between you two, it's really solid. Because you guys are really holding. We're just like kind of group vocaling it. You guys are actually singing actual notes.
Okay.
So do we need to do that one?
Yeah.
Do you want to just do the baby baby I love yous at the end?
No, I think we just run the song. Like, we just run the song.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2.
What's the solos? The way we've done it in the past, we follow the form of the song.
Yeah, it's just the form of the song. So I'm not sure what happened there. Right at the top of the solo. 1, 2, right at the yeah.
And let's just do Paul's solo. We can skip mine for rehearsal.
Yeah. 1, 2, Paul solo.
how many times we did the.
You can do it as many times as you want, and then just cue us, and we'll end on the next fourth, just like we did.
Okay, perfect. I don't know if I
And how if you put your hand up and
Yeah.
That was perfect.
you just
Okay.
cue us out, we're good.
So when we do it
But that was 8 times, so.
on a Friday, we would like do exactly after we do after Paul solo, then Dan would do that same whole thing
Yes.
again,
Yes.
and then we do the
We're
bridge.
just
Yes.
going through the form twice. Hey, for this one, the same like 8 bars with me and you.
I'm gonna take off, but
Oh,
sounded good.
Yeah, what's
Everything
this?
sounded, everybody
Yeah,
else said it
everything's
sounded
great.
good, so cool.
Thank you.
thank
Rock
you.
on.
Thank you. Got a thing, me and you. Hey guys. So Dan, like, wait, don't just me and Patty for like, it's gonna be a quick 8 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2. So it's gonna be, guys, it's gonna be 8 bars before the chart starts. It's just drum, just me and Patty.
And
Alright.
got a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. 8 bars?
We've done this before, Jim. I don't know if you have it written in, but
That's what's written there.
it is, okay. 1, 2. So in case it doesn't really, horn doesn't start till the vocal comes in.
Yep.
So wait for Katie.
Yeah.
She's counseling Courtney right now. So come in right on it. Right on the chart, top of the chart. 1, 2, 1, 2. last part like we just did. We're gonna just get crazy with it.
You said you wanted to run the intro to Boogie Nights, or was that Sweet Thing?
No, that was what we just did.
Okay.
It was the Patty, Joey, Patty, 8-part intro.
Okay. Okay, so then Sweet Thing? Or did you?
Boogie Nights.
Okay,
We gotta do
so you
that.
are running that. Okay.
We got it.
Okay.
You didn't bring a cowbell today?
Yeah, I can get one of those.
You know what?
I mean, you know, if you can just play it on the Cougars too, I mean,
That's what they do. That cowbell like makes that whole go-go thing. One, two, 1, 2.
we come out of the guitar solo, she cues
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
that.
sorry.
You came out too early.
Oh, I felt like I was following like somebody's form. I don't know.
Probably was.
Oh, all right. Well, I thought we were cutting the solo short anyway.
Well, that's true. Let's cut it short. Okay. End of the solo.
There's a- Just going back to Tell Me Something Good, just a quick reference. Don't hold those notes out too long. Tell me, that part you're singing. Tell me, you know that part? Like maybe trail it
Cut
off,
it.
maybe like maybe a quarter note sooner, maybe even 2 quarter notes sooner.
Yep.
It's a little long. It really gets kind of pitchy towards the end, so cut that.
Just cut it. Okay.
Tell me. Yeah, like.
Okay.
All right, and then yeah, I.
Try it again. Yeah. I put it-
Oh, I.
In the lyrics, it says so that's why I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have it written on.
Okay. Let me change that.
Where do we want to start? Right on the first verse. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. it changes. So stay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Poor Todd.
Let's do it. Stay. Last part of stay. 1, 2,
Sorry, I got confused. Is there a break there or we go right into the verse?
Don't we do the horn thing before every?
No. Okay,
No?
perfect. I didn't have that written, but I messed up.
It goes right into the next verse.
I feel like we've done. I
least that's
feel
how it's
like
Do you want me? Should
least
I
that
just
is,
sing this?
that's how it is on the record.
Okay, never mind. If it's like that on the record, I'll accept that. Hey, can we start from the top? That was a little soft. Yeah. Let's go to the second half. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. You guys gotta get those whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's not there yet. We're not there
You
yet.
said we stopped before the whoa whoa.
Yeah,
We
we're not
don't
there
do
yet.
Oh, is that later? Come on.
Yeah.
So this happens once?
Yeah. It happens going into the solo, but we don't go into the solo.
Okay.
It goes into the whoa, whoa.
So we should do it now then.
What'd you say?
We should do it now. If we're not doing it, we should do that, is what I'm saying.
Well,
If we're not doing it, we should do it.
It would have
It's
to
in
go.
the same place.
It would have to go into a 3121, and so which means that they would have to change keys while they're singing, which I don't know if that would sound good, because
It's not that complicated.
it goes on the boom on the hit that we're going out of.
Okay. Never
It
mind.
just
We can
went
try
right
it.
into the next song.
We can try it.
It's really high too, and probably hard for us both to do, but because it's really
Just do
specific.
it down. Just do it down an octave.
Scared me.
Doesn't have to be exact. I mean,
Because that was where where it switched to the next.
Starting from.
Today, but it'll be good on Monday.
let's start right on the first verse. 1, 2, 1, 2. Control the tempo of the next tune. So just do a natural retard.
Okay.
Is that too much pressure?
It's a lot of
If
pressure.
it is, we can it'll just be an instant tempo change, guys. All right,
Good thing we have a hold of.
let's do that. Let's do that last part.
The little blap and blap
Yeah,
and
yeah.
out.
Just do the horn outro. 1.
Okay, so maybe how do we make that tempo change?
I'll just come in.
Okay, but I don't want to still be playing the old tempo is what I'm saying. So why don't
You can, when you want to go to halftime, just go to halftime and I'll follow you. Just go from the regular solo. Take your time. You know, right now we're like rushing through it.
Yeah.
Take your time. with
Okay.
it. So just go.
Let's do it.
okay.
One,
Kind of hard without the keyboard thing going on in there. We gotta have that. We have to have an entry point.
You got do the good God that he does. Good God.
so it's gotta be like bam. That organ part. You know what I'm talking about?
E or E flat?
E. What's your chart?
I did E flat. But
I can do E
that's
flat.
easy. We can. That's an easy fix.
What I can do E flat. What did we do last time? Yeah, the First Avenue version is E. I don't know what the other version is.
Yeah, didn't you ask that question? E flat? Or you asked me?
I asked. You
E
said
flat or E? I said E flat, right?
Oh, we can do E flat.
If you played an E, then we can do it in E.
I'm happy to. I like E flat. I'm happy to do whatever key you prefer.
Difference to me. It's an easy fix.
But we gotta get this intro together though.
Yeah.
So
Well, can you do the good God that Prince does to bring
Yeah,
everybody in?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because he does the. Good God, and then we're there.
There's specific chords there for that song, for this song.
Hey, right on your right guitar solo. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So it does the. Good God, and then we all come in.
Does it matter?
I mean,
Because where I come in is where the chart starts.
okay, but I mean, but it wasn't following the form that I was playing. I mean, yeah.
So where's that in the measure?
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Good God.
Good guy. 1, 2, good guy. It's on the
Yeah.
end of 2.
All right, same thing. 1, 2.
Just pretty much jam out the rest of the tune. Do you want to keep playing? Do we want? We should have a sax solo.
Yeah. And just send out pictures.
I don't need to keep playing. I played enough.
So from that point on, that's like the song. We just jam, and then we end it with that line. We're just gonna end it unison. Back, 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 back. That's it. That's gonna be the song. The end of it. And then
It's
yeah, and we'll come in clean on Chavos. Can we try that much again?
So,
What did you write? Did you write beyond that, Jeremy?
oh yeah.
So, because there's only that one horn part.
I know. I made sure.
You went above and beyond like you always do.
I made sure we were prepared to play the whole.
The whole chart.
Yeah.
Well, for today,
yeah, but
for this,
whatever you
keep
do.
it. I mean, we can do that. Like for the Clyde party, we can do the whole thing. I mean, for the grand opening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can break the long version out for that, but for these two shows where we got
Just
two,
keep. You want to keep it short. And
just keep it short and condensed. Yeah.
So, okay.
Cool.
Hey, Joey.
Yes.
Can we take it from the entertainer? Da-da-da.
Yeah.
And then when I hit this power chord, can you bring in the erotic city beat on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just whatever we can communicate.
I think it'll be clear, but I'll show you what.
That'll work. Okay.
Okay.
Can we?
Can you just give me that? Give me your time and tempo.
You guys are done after this.
Yeah, that's all.
I don't think we need to do party.
No.
He wants to do that 3121 intro into.
If you could start from entertainer, that's fine. But if you need to start from the beginning, that's fine.
That's that is pick up 21.
One, two, one, two, three. Just do your chart. Just do your chart. It's gonna be instrumental, so you know.
We'll just play it as written until we crash.
Let's when we come in, can we have a solo right off the top, like Paul over that riff? Can we have a solo right off the top of the riff?
Yeah, go for it.
And then whoever, it could be anybody. I'm just saying.
Oh, I thought you said.
Right away. So he starts it. We'll come in with the groove. As soon as.
Oh my.
So.
Right off the top, trumpet right there.
But whoever. Yeah. That's kind of interesting. But coming out of the solos is the change.
That's where you want it?
And that's how we end it. That's how we end it too.
Yep.
That's how it
And how
ends.
long do you want the solo to be on top?
Yeah, because there's no vocals on this, so yeah. I mean, I think if we have some solo, it's an instrumental funk version of the
Do you
two.
want to cue the change?
Yeah, do the change. Yeah,
Great.
that was what I was talking about.
Yep. We got this, y'all.
So Chris does a really good job of cueing the changes when he's here for that, and for a funky drummer
Okay.
to go into the D.
So he'll have a mic and he'll say the change.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that-
you'll have him on kill. It'll be him or me, you know. It's been a minute since he's done this one. Let's do it. You guys are really apprehensive about that one part. Baga-daga-da. Where in the chart do you guys change?
So,
Isn't it
the chart,
like,
the chart is written like jumping group recording, so.
And
Okay, let's do it. Top, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right. That's right. Everybody hits the first note.
Yep.
Fuck, I always forget that. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 1, 2, 3. My wisdom tooth is killing me right now, you guys. I gotta go take some medicine. Seriously, it's killing me.
Just go. The hit at the beginning is on the chart. That was in the box. It's on beat 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Okay. I don't remember it being on B4, but maybe, I guess it depends on what version you listen to. Because, you know, Lettuce does a version of this too, it's pretty good.
Okay.
But, do you want, let's just do it on 1.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it on 1.
All right.
Sorry. 1, 2, temporarily gone.
For now. in pencil, or.
Okay, so this right here.
Correct.
Okay, so solo.
Yes. Yep, that's.
Straight up. So solo coming up. No, Joey B 4 times by himself.
Oh, shit.
Then everybody comes in.
Who's Joey B?
Same thing. 1, 2, 3. In the jungle, brother.
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 In the jungle, brother. Punctuate that last note or something, you know, ba, bow, or fall or something. But yeah, emphasize that. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Are we good with that?
Yeah.
I mean, basically the form repeats 3 times. There's solos after the second time. And there's a breakdown. Okay, breakdown is